I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, what?
Do we have eviction form?
We have a...
I told the world.
They handed it to me last night, said, can you go out tomorrow morning, and then here I am. So that's all I got here.
And they got you out here in all this cold and rain, huh?
It doesn't matter. This is what I do. I do this no matter what. So, but I'm glad to see, one, that you're okay and that you're inside your house and that you got food, clothing, shelter, and you got a great support system.
Yeah,
okay?
they've been here every day. 6 o'clock in the morning waiting. They trying to outweigh them, I think.
So let's get those legal resources and then let's get started calling, and then I'll call senior, but these places get funded by you guys calling, not by me calling. Does that make sense? Bay Area Legal Aid, Senior Legal Services, all of them get funded that way. So let's get started, and then I'm gonna head back to my office, and then
Where's your office?
Pleasant Hill.
Oh, way up there.
Yeah, I came from I asked if I could please just come from my home instead of having to go to work and then come back out here, because I don't live far from, I live closer to you than I do my office.
Oh, wow.
So,
Nice.
Well, thank you very much.
so what is Roxanne's date of birth as well?
January the...
Also just passed. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, I know, and all this stuff, it just loses everything with it.
Happy birthday. Happy
Okay,
birthday.
Yeah, Serena's birthday just passed.
okay,
Surrounded by Capricorns.
alright. Well, let's get
She wanted
everything,
to
this
go
stuff
to
started,
Disneyland.
let's get working on it. But I do have Home Safe, I have a bunch of stuff up my sleeve I can help you with, okay?
Alright.
Thank you very much.
Alright,
Thank you.
thank you for letting me come by so quickly.
Really nice to meet you. Thank you for having us. So, I know you have a lot going on, obviously.
Alright.
Alright, so this was written up by Faye Crosley this morning, just explaining the whole situation that's been occurring for the past over 10 years or so. We have someone from the city council on his way right now to kind of talk, so maybe that will kind of push things forward. But this was written up this morning, so she could kind of catch us all up. So, it says, after I filed an identity theft case and informed Faye Servicing Head, Ed Faye, they canceled that foreclosure at 1 p.m. in Pittsburgh, CA for an auction foreclosure sale. 30 minutes before my home was set to be sold, I had experienced multitudes of people canvassing my home daily and repeatedly, taking pictures, calling me names, writing me nasty notes, etc. Faye then canceled that sale. For days, it was listed as off the market. Sometime later, Faye decided they would lie and list it as sold. This is a bold-faced lie. They changed the date of sale several times from July 7th to the 20th and 27th in 2022. We kept tabs on what was going on. There were plenty of buyers who would have put in an offer on my home. When we saw my home again on Zillow, it was listed. The CCC district attorney wrote to me and told me that a trust deed had been placed on my home, and they were notifying me that there had been so many illegal foreclosures that they were warning homeowners when deeds were filed on their homes. I sent some information to the DA, and they opened a file for me in the Consumers Department. I have a copy of the unauthorized deed of trust on my home. Although there were buyers of the former foreclosure in Pittsburgh, Faye created a felony by using the U.S. Postal Service and U.S. courts to file this illegal deed of trust on my home by the bank who has been representing them for the last 2 years. Faye Servicing does not have any legal ties to my home. I've been paying and supporting my home since March 1992, and Faye Servicing's attorneys have been arrested for running foreclosure mills and racketeering. In the internet messages, they have advanced a fortune from stealing homes. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has filed a silent order forbidding Faye from filing foreclosures for 5 years due to all the illegal foreclosures they have used to steal people's homes, targeting seniors of color. Faye Servicing is using the foreclosure, which is done by the state, yet Faye is not eligible to use that law because of committed fraud. The U.S. Bank Trust National Association, not in its individual capacity but solely as owner-trustee for VRMTG Asset Trust. They've been Faye's representatives for at least 2 years, yet after illegally forging my signature and not putting up any money, Faye is stating that this bank is the buyer and the seller of my home, while they have a realtor also trying to sell my home as well. Faye claims of ties to my home, but Clarion Mortgage lost their license, and the Secretary of State says that anything tied to Clarion Mortgage is null and void and no longer legal. I filed an ex parte with the court in Richmond after I found out that I'd missed 2 court appointments. I was never served. I would never miss a court appointment if I knew about it. Faye Servicing deliberately did not serve me because I have a good case and they're trying to cheat me out of my home. The commissioner, Jill Lifter, refused to let me speak in court and sent a cruel way that motion dismissed. The process server did not serve me. He lied and said the person he served was Caucasian, with white hair, weighed 170 pounds, and 60 years old, which is the opposite of me. I was not allowed to choose a judge or a commissioner. This commissioner was one-sided, refused to let me speak after I came 3 times to her court. She openly talked to the opposing party and refused to allow me or my attorney to speak. This commissioner should not be allowed to try court cases. She's totally biased. I'm reporting her to the Commission on Judicial Performance. I'm praying for justice. Sincerely, Faye Marette Crosley.
Thank you.
Sorry, got back on the phone queue. Really annoying.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, guess what?
we have burritos.
We have news.
Oh my God,
What's the
burritos?
news?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Okay, well, okay, you have
we
burritos,
have
we have
burritos,
news.
we have great news.
What's the news?
Melvin Willis,
Who's that?
he's part of Richmond City Council.
Okay.
Everybody's directing me to him. He was the one, remember, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
waiting for this guy.
Yeah.
Everybody's been telling me he's on his way.
Okay.
Yes.
He should be here in like 10 minutes. He wants to hear what's going on.
That's great.
So, I mean, that's the big news. Yeah. So,
Hell yeah.
at least my goal is to get it heard, and it's getting
Yeah.
heard.
And also, maybe he can, you can tell him, we've been trying to contact, everyone's like, you need a lawyer, and we've been trying to contact all these lawyers.
Yeah, he can direct
like-
you and maybe get you in direct contact with the proper lawyer that you need.
Eggs.
Because he'll have all the connections.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Bay Area legal aid
Yeah.
people were basically like,
Yes.
the right place, we are the right people. You just need to get through our line, and the front desk person couldn't help me, which is very annoying. But yeah, they did say we're the right people, and the bar association, who is that Josh W something or other guy that we have an appointment with on Friday.
Okay.
But I'm gonna email him to see if we can get it moved up, because Friday's obviously too far.
They could-
Yeah, 2 whole days from now.
So I don't know. I think those are the 2 leads that I'm pursuing on the legal side, but we should probably have other things, and maybe this guy has more ideas, because
Sure he does. Let's see what he has to say. I feel let's have him talk to my grandma. But sometimes I feel like whenever, well, no, she tells the story.
She tells
pretty
it well.
accurately.
Yeah, she does. She may go off a little bit on some tangents,
She
but
does
she
go
does know
off
the
on
facts.
tangents.
which
She's allowed to go off on
yeah, I was about to
tangents.
say.
And talk with people. I mean, one case, the vice president of Bank of America ended up calling one of the folks we were representing because we shut down their bank branch for a half hour, 45 minutes, and had a demand letter saying, we want to talk to the manager. Are you going to take this? There was no, we're not letting you through the doors. And we would block the doors, slip the demand letter there, and just make a big protesting picket line press until we got some sort of response to disperse, and we would even go back if need be. There was one homeowner we had to do it for 5 different times because they were still in that situation. That's just public pressure campaigns that we've used to get to push people to do the right thing, on top of getting press and more eyes on it, so it wasn't just an isolated incident. So from all the people that have called me about it, and just seeing in this room, that is something that could definitely be done. Even in my brain, I'm even if we wanted to head to the Irving offices this Saturday or on Friday or something, and just have a group of us saying, hey, you're stealing this woman's home.
I'm wondering if that's what happened, because
I don't know if there's a actual local phase office as far as I could find, and did you guys find
I
it?
think that we wonder why they're down here today. See, we've had people here 2 times in a row, early in the morning, 6 o'clock, waiting for them, and they haven't been coming. Now, Kevin, the first time he put anything out, he DJs, 1,068 people came forth. Then we got a pro bono, and people came forth helping, and wanted to have a lot of people. 20 or 30 people at a time, and we were gonna have something outside, but it's been raining.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Conference would be great. That sounds wonderful to me.
I can't hear you.
I said I think the press conference would be great. That sounds wonderful.
When it's not raining.
I mean, even while it's raining,
Yeah.
because
Should be tomorrow.
because the sheriff, if they decide to come, they're not going to necessarily care about the weather, your convenience. So it's just kind of I'd be willing to show up in the rain and bring like an umbrella or so, and if other people are, we just need
People
it.
would show up if we had, and really if there's a time and place,
But you know what I don't
then they would
understand?
show. Yeah.
Like I have a friend that's a lawyer, and he said that when you break the law, you're supposed to be able to go to the police or the sheriff. So what happened now, they said that I have to go to court. So that, I mean, like, they committing fraud. They signed my name to things, and they took my name out of my house, and U.S. Bank, you just go by what they have, they own the house, and then they selling it, the buyer and the seller. That's clear-cut fraud.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing about stuff like this is like, because the courts have ruled in a certain position, it's like filing to get an appeal and prove like, no, this isn't what's actually going on. Here's what's actually going on, and getting a judge to rule in your favor. Because right now, the unfortunate thing is that the only thing the sheriffs know is that you're supposed to be out by a certain time, and they're here to execute that eviction order brought down from the courts. The courts need to make another determination, and I'm saying this as a non-attorney, just from dealing with a lot of legal issues and listening to attorneys over the year. The courts need to make another decision saying like, oh, this was actually not done right, this was actually...
But they don't do that. They left it up to the courts.
Yeah, I mean, that's why filing for an appeal, to appeal the decision and keep on filing until you get a ruling in your favor.
Because, I mean, fraud is fraud.
Yeah, and unfortunately, fraud is something you need to prove, too.
If they sign my name and haven't done that, that's proof.
It's proof, but the courts need a rule like, yes, this is something that was committed in fraud, because right now they're just saying like, oh, you're not supposed to be here, and that's the only thing on record. They don't have anything
The buyer
on record.
and the seller of the bank. The buyer and the seller of the bank. And
Yeah, and you're the homeowner, so you need so what needs to happen, which is why I suggested senior legal services too, just to get more comprehensive advice, is it's fraud. Maybe the buyer and seller, they know what they did is fraud, but as far as the court records go, nothing wrong was done, you just didn't show up for your court date, so they're looking at you as you're in the wrong. That's not right whatsoever. That's just the judicial bureaucracy that we have to deal with. Because a lot of times, I'll just use this for an example, our mayor in the Richmond City Council, the city of Richmond sued him because of dispersing confidential documents that were not supposed to be dispersed because we had a legal obligation to keep them confidential. And because he refused to do anything by request, we had to sue him just to take those documents down. And we won our lawsuit, and that lawsuit still stood, but he was appealing it to try to get it overturned, and he was going to keep on appealing it until he gets somebody to rule in his favor. So all that's to say is we won our court judgment at the end of the day, but it didn't stop him from appealing and fighting back to get a decision that was more favorable for him. That's why I'm suggesting this is something that still needs to be appealed, still needs to be in court. And honestly, you need to be suing Faith Services and whoever else
that's exactly right.
did a wrong thing to get restitution, because at this point they've done a bunch of crimes against you.
Right.
But in order, once again, I hate this, but in order to really enforce your rights, it needs to be a court decision, and you need an attorney representing you. And it could even be something that's settled outside of court, where it doesn't go to trial, where you and Faith Servicing or whoever are sitting down at the table talking about settlement, and part of that is, take my house potentially and get paid out. But that process needs to start, and you definitely need to get some sort of representation, and if possible find the type of representation that says I only get paid when you get paid.
That's good. Well, thank you very much. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, writing it down.
And that being said, I do have We do have ACE tenant attorneys. They mainly work with tenants, but they may know somebody, and our communication staff for our members does do press release. Would one person or anybody like to sign up as a member so I can hit on them and say, hey, this is a member situation, can we get some resources dedicated to it?
I can sign up.
Okay, it's either $10 automatic or $30 for 3 months, and you're considered a member. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you signed up before I go. And
Now, what is this?
ACE, Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment. We're a community organization that gets power and numbers to organize press conferences. We actually just went to the state capitol.
Oh, they organize press conferences.
Well, organize press conferences, actions, show up to various meetings, do leadership development when it comes to pushing for
Kevin,
policy
you need help with that? I
changes.
thought you were doing good with the, grabbing all these people.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we gotta, that's not enough.
Okay.
Just just expanding. We have a
So
dedicated
that does work.
communication
I
staff too.
didn't know that. I mean, I was glad for the help, but I was surprised how good everybody came out. They've been buying food.
They'll show up when you're,
Yes,
when you
we
have
got
a
it.
bigger
Really
meeting.
good.
I know that there's even a bigger crowd.
And it
If
was
there's
full.
a real set place and time, I think there's many people that would motivate, cause
We were
Yeah.
amazed how many people showed up, you know. And
Yeah, and no, people are still showing up. Like, I would have called you yesterday, but my phone literally just said nope and has still not turned on. But I had a council member from San Pablo give me a call named Arturo. His cousin gave me a call too on Facebook. Some people from Safe Return who work with the reentry community were calling me as well. So there's a lot of people that have eyes
Yeah.
on this, and I know there's a lot of people willing to take action. It's just about coming up with a good game plan, treating this with urgency because it is an urgent situation, and really pushing back. But that's also just like from a community pressure standpoint, it's us taking a chance and rolling the dice that pressure politics and shaming phase services and putting a limelight on
they're not
them.
gonna get shamed.
Well, getting as many eyes on it as possible. It's like, it's unfortunately the alternative of doing nothing is.
Well, we've been doing
Yeah.
stuff, and I do think it's made a difference because
Oh yeah.
where are they? You know, we've been waiting for them for 2 days.
Yeah, and whenever you send me that email too, I'll re-email like D.A. Becton's office, the Buffy Wicks's office. It's good you reached out to
People
Mark.
like her, huh? She's pretty popular.
Yeah. No, yeah, she's been pretty good, and she's been pretty responsive too.
And what
and
does she do?
She's the assembly member for District 15, so she represents Oakland, Berkeley, and Richmond, El Cerrito areas on the state assembly. And she does have staff and resources, and they might be able to like also figure
Write
out
that
what
down.
they can do. And I know one of the staff people I was in contact with, I was supposed to follow up with them in the new year just to do a general check-in, so I'm going to email her and say, hey, Happy New Year, I need help.
Yeah.
And
Birdsies.
and whenever you send me that thing,
Put
I'll
her name on it. Put her name on it.
yeah, well, it's just like a statement on what you were telling me, just in summary of what's happening. Especially,
We'll be emailing after this.
Okay.
yeah, especially just highlight the fact that the court said they serviced this person and really describe who your grandmother is compared to who they say they actually serve. And I'm so sorry that all this is happening, but
Work the devil out of
that's right. And hold on, let me look up Contra Costa County Senior Legal Services too. So if you want to give them a call as soon as possible to see if they have any referrals for
Thank you.
somebody.
I'm thinking though they must have been pretty successful because they still doing it. After even put in jail and all that, and they still, you know, seem to be doing good, running racketeering and
I mean, there's a lot of folks that were involved in the foreclosure crisis that didn't even actually go to jail. They just
Didn't
got
even go to jail.
payouts to step down and still made millions either way.
wow.
They just settled for 2.7 million.
And this could either be settled out in court, which is normally how a lot of things end up getting done, or it can go to trial, which extends the time, and it's gonna have to be a trial decision by the judge to see who's actually in the wrong. But
It's taking a long time for Kevin.
Who said cars?
The neighbors were calling, I guess.
probably
Okay, they're not out.
Graham. Okay.
I don't know if everybody should go.
Everybody go
Cameras and stuff.
She was like the one channel.
One channel, yeah.
Kev would be the best.
Probably messed up
On
their
his.
schedules too, and sometimes
Maybe two people.
on top of that.
Yeah, you could ask people to drive your lives.
You know what? What about the fact that
Damn, I'm cold as fuck. I'm hella shaking.
It's still a court order.
That's what's there.
Yeah, they're operating off of the court decision right now.
I don't know if that's like a sheriff because he just keeps like waiting outside, but he's not coming out.
If it's a call, then they could be doing this. It's gotta be a sheriff.
I see two people
I'm too short.
hanging
Yeah,
out in front of a car.
They're out there?
they're out there
I don't
down
know if that's
there.
because I don't see any uniforms. Oh, they're coming out, they're coming out, they're walking out.
Who wants to say something? Anyone want support?
What do I say to them?
You say that, can I help you? And then I'll back you up.
Excuse me, let me get up.
So we're getting our lawyer ready.
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Are you stay?
No.
You stay here.
No, why, who's asking?
It's the sheriff's office. We're here for the eviction, court ordered, okay? So you have the copy here.
I appealed that, and I have a sick daughter in here. And with that express that, she's too sick to be coming out in this weather.
Okay, the order is stated from the courts that we have to effect the eviction, okay?
Did what?
We have to enforce the eviction.
You can't do that. People could die. I got a sick daughter in here. She's developmentally delayed and sick.
And the
I
company.
understand that, but the courts are the ones that have ordered that, and we're just enforcing what the
Yeah,
courts have ordered.
but you have to wait the appeal. I'm picking up that appeal.
We're on the
What is
phones
that?
with our lawyers now.
Yeah.
Did you
we
guys
got-
did you guys file something with the
Yeah.
court?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we'll do, okay? Because we're not trying to do an illegal eviction either,
Yeah,
okay?
'cause-
We're gonna call directly with the court and see what the judge wants us to do.
Okay.
Ultimately, we all
Because I
have to
didn't
do what the
even have
judge
a
says.
judge. It was a
Commissioner.
Commissioner.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I meant. That's
So
what I
until
double
she
checked with
sees a judge, she got to see a judge first.
because
Right.
I have never been
It's
even.
not- so-
I've never even been. They said that I was. They had a white woman
Okay.
with white hair. It
So-
wasn't
so-
me. I never even got
They
a
never
chance.
served her.
So the
They
eviction,
never served me.
so I'll explain that to you. The eviction is for the whole structure, the whole building. It's not for Faye. You're named in it because they think you live here, but the court is ordering the whole building. Is the eviction, okay? Now, as far as notification, what happens is the court tells the sheriff's office to do this eviction. Once we have that, we give you notice. We come and knock on the door. If nobody answers the door, we tape it on the door. And we also mail it. Okay, so as far as notice, that's the notice.
Because I'm
And
going
then
to
you
court
talked about your-
tomorrow.
And we are going to call the court. 'Cause we ain't trying to do an
And this
eviction
is
if there's
in,
stuff filed with the court.
In Martinez.
Okay, we're gonna call the court
double check.
and see what the judge says, okay? But just so you guys know, ultimately in the end, we
Because
all
we
gotta
have
do what
sick
the
people
court
here
says.
and.
That's separate. Let's first see what the court says.
Okay.
If the court says, oh yeah, they filed some paperwork or something, then we'll leave. Because we're just trying to do what the court says.
Okay.
If the court says, no, do the eviction, then we'll talk about people have nowhere to go, somebody
Right.
who's sick and stuff like that.
Right.
First, let's see what the court says,
Okay.
okay, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. This is
Did
a
you say
terrible
that you-
job.
Huh? I'm sorry?
Terrible job.
I know, it's
You know,
it's a
I have a sick
horrible
daughter.
situation,
She was
but
born with a
let's
hole
just
in
see
her
what
heart.
the judge says.
Way
okay?
too much.
Okay?
All right.
We'll start with that. You guys are cool in there, just chill. I'll knock when it's
us
okay.
some
time
We'll knock when we're ready to tell you.
We'll talk about that when we get there.
Okay. Thank you.
So are they confirming that they're leaving?
They're
Or?
not leaving, they're just gonna go call the
What place
court right now.
go to temporarily while it still plays itself out?
And Chuck, he called Chuck, he called Bob. We should have got that done appeal out here. They come in here serious. What, in this kind of day? I just cried.
I'm right over here, until Elizabeth calls.
Dang.
calling Bob. That darn it, that.
I didn't wanna wait you guys out. Was that
But they better not give it to them other people.
Maybe just.
We're not trying to get arrested. Kick it down and then it'll become violent if you do that. They at least can give us maybe 1, 3 warnings, and on the 3rd warning, they start taking arrests.
So when you say warnings, so would they be saying that we have to vacate today, or would they give us?
Today, unless the judge says something different, and they also just, what I heard them say is that if there is somebody sick in here, can talk about that via discussion, see if they have any discretion to give more time or whatnot. And once again, it doesn't mean the fight's over. There still can be some organizing and pushing and putting this on blast to see what could be done, but with them being here, like I said, they're going to be enforcing what the court's judgment was, and that's why they're calling the judge right now to see if they can avoid it, maybe, potentially. Because it doesn't seem like they want to do it, but they're also doing their fucked up job.
Yeah, county sheriffs actually gotta say they got a heart.
Yeah, they didn't like just say get the fuck out or
They hate the
anything.
fact that they gotta do their job. But if it was Richmond PD, it'd be a different story.
Yeah,
They might
Richmond
actually
PD would have been like,
enforce
we're
that.
not going to, fucking arrest anybody or anything just for staying here, but that's the sheriff.
I want some days. I don't want that cop, cause then I could get the thing filed tomorrow.
Where'd everybody go?
The police is here to throw us out.
And he said, we're trying not to do an illegal eviction, so he knows this scam. He knows what he's up. And if you notice, they had their body cams covered.
They have to go by what the court says because
Yep.
They didn't have them open?
Nope.
Closed?
this is an illegal.
They didn't have to show them.
What happened?
They didn't have their body cameras.
The cameras
I
that
couldn't
they put
see
on
none
the
of their
box have
body
them?
cameras on
They
his
didn't-
chest.
They had them covered.
But what does that mean?
They're not recording what they're doing, and they're supposed to.
But the thing is, though, this is fraud. Though they didn't even do the real. This is not even a foreclosure. But the judge, the courts, that's what they say. They go with them courts.
Always, yeah.
See, this is not a real foreclosure. They lied. This is fraud.
Okay.
Shit. So you never sold the house, and they don't care.
They don't have anything linking themselves to my house. That's what's so cold. Oh, Lord have mercy, what I do with my dog and my bird? Kevin probably find somewhere for them. I can't take this. That dirty woman, boy.
Yeah. She had to hear you out.
But they don't even have a legal foreclosure. See, the court is wrong. What's today? The 11th?
Wednesday.
And I'm supposed to be in court tomorrow in Martinez.
Right. And how are you supposed to prepare?
Grandma? Well, just in case, where's my mom's like eye medication and stuff?
Say what?
My mom's medication, like eye medication.
It's in that thing right there, that chest that Andre wanted in the hallway. It's about time for her to take it too.
Go ahead.
Appa, come back.
Going around back.
Open the door, open the door.
What happened? Here I am.
Wait, what are they saying?
So, oh no, he's talking about people on the street right now. We talked to the court, okay, and the court is saying that there was a stay that was until yesterday, and then there was an additional stay that was filed that was denied by the court. That's
They
what the
don't,
court.
they never even had a foreclosure. This is fraud. They never had a foreclosure. This is straight
I was
out.
answering your question about the stay.
Okay.
We can talk about the foreclosure.
Okay, because I have a meeting tomorrow at court in Montana.
Okay.
And it's because it's the identity theft court, and it's 2 cases they were put together. I have a daughter that's really sick in here, and
Okay, so you're coming at me with different things. Okay, the first thing is the eviction is ordered by the court, and the stay does stop the eviction, but in your case, the stay was denied. So right now where we stand, the court is telling the sheriff's department to do this eviction. Okay, that's the stay part.
And
The other
you know
thing,
there was not a foreclosure?
I don't know, what do you mean about the foreclosure?
Because the foreclosures that they do in Pittsburgh was called off, and they are acting like they don't know that. It never had, and they made up this what they're saying is, when was it? On the, because I've been to two judges up there, and they said for us to consolidate, and we supposed to meet tomorrow.
Okay, so, you have to understand this though, that we're here because the court is making us do this. We cannot disobey the court, and also you guys can't disobey the court. Now, what you're talking about, the foreclosure and everything, you might have some recourse later to go handle with the court, see what the judge says. It's separate. Now, we're talking about the foreclosure.
We'll go step by step, so we're talking
So the foreclosure, right? I don't know what's going on there, but I know that the court is making us do this eviction, foreclosure or not. So if you got some stuff that...
If they didn't have a foreclosure, you don't have nothing.
Because she owns the house.
That's stuff that you need to discuss with the judge. We're doing what the judge says. If the judge is doing... There's going to be a signature on the court order. Because we're only following...
So you had called the
or a judge.
commissioner.
I always call it a judge. My bad. Technically, it could be a commissioner or a judge. It's Contra Costa County Superior Court is ordering this eviction. Right? So we have to obey this eviction, this court order that they're giving us, right? So let me finish answering those. So if we disobey, we're going to get in trouble. If you guys disobey, you
From
can
who?
take
From that commissioner?
court order. A court order from
Okay.
Contra Costa Superior Court. If we disobey it, we get in trouble.
Right.
If you
Are
guys
you
did-
ex-military? Are you guys military?
I am, yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Sure. Serious question. In the name of justice and the red, white, and blue, and the fact that she's going to court tomorrow, everything she'll be saying in court tomorrow will be under oath. And we got the Richmond school. You know, it's not that he can.
Are you asking me to disobey a court order?
No. I'm asking you.
Give you guys all the information to make a choice, and I think you guys know. You're not unconfused about the choice, right? Yeah.
It's very confusing. We're
It's
asking.
confusing.
It's yeah.
That it's a court order right here. It's a court order.
Can
we see it?
Can we gather some things?
Well, that's different. I'm still on the point where I'm trying to see if you guys are going to decide to leave or if you guys are going to all decide to get arrested. Are you guys past that? You're willing to leave and deal with this in court? You don't need to go to jail to prove points?
Mommy,
It's you guys'
you
choice.
hear what he's saying?
Do you follow what I'm saying? She's asking about stuff. We can talk about that.
Bob said they can get us back in the house, but we would have to comply.
Well, yeah, if you
I
guys
don't want nobody else in my house.
First
They
step,
don't
listen,
even have-
first
they
thing though,
don't have
guys,
nothing
for
to do.
everyone
No, no,
here,
no,
listen,
no.
first thing, you guys gotta make that choice. Are you gonna refuse and go to jail, or are you gonna comply, and then we'll talk about every step that has to happen right now.
Okay, tell me.
We are gonna comply.
You guys are gonna comply, right? Obviously, nobody wants to go to jail over this
I don't
stupid
mind
eviction.
going to jail.
Is that what you wanna do? You're saying you will not
Grandma,
leave?
no.
You're saying you will not leave? You'd rather go to jail?
Yeah.
Because I thought what you guys wanted to do was be out of jail and handle this
No,
in
what I
court.
want to do is have some justice because this is wrong. There's no foreclosure. They lied.
So I gave you the
I'm so sick of
choices.
that
I'm trying to give you
fraud. I
all
don't
the
know what to
information
do.
that you need to make a good choice.
Mom, you're
With
not
all
going
the
to jail
information,
over
you're
house.
saying you'd rather not go to court tomorrow. You'd rather just go to jail. That's what
No,
you'd
I'm
rather.
not going to jail.
So I'm saying,
We're asking
you going to
Yeah,
jail.
she's an 81-year-old woman. Her grandkids are here.
Let's separate.
No, her kids and grandkids are here. So even if she says she wants to go to jail, she got a ride, she got cars.
Yeah, there's no need
Okay.
for that.
I understand that.
There's
I'm
no
just
need
saying.
for that at all.
Okay.
Tell them
But-
we're gonna comply and then.
Okay, but listen, you guys have to understand though, we can't just walk away.
But we need them to come out. We can explain all that to them. But
What's the name of that judge?
if everyone's going to comply,
Commissioner, the commissioner.
It's the commissioner that put us in jail?
The same commissioner is who they just got off the phone with. Yes, that's the one that they asked for clarification. The one who didn't let you speak.
Okay, so you just.
Well, they
Not
said
to stress you out.
And
You
there
got
was
it.
no foreclosure. They lied.
Okay, I gave you all the information you guys need. This is a court order. Even if you disagree with the court order, or if the court order turns out to be wrong and you guys get put back in the house later, regardless, you guys have a choice right now to obey that court order and deal with this in court,
Is my
or get
stuff gonna be
arrested.
locked up?
Yes, ma'am.
I got everything I worked for all my life up in here.
Are you guys gonna not be arrested and just leave?
We're not gonna be arrested.
Okay, so then let's talk about your stuff. This is what happens, okay? When you leave, the eviction's gonna be done and they're gonna change the locks. They have to keep.
Change the lock.
Can I explain? They have to keep your stuff safe for 15 days. During those 15 days is when you guys figure out how to get all your stuff out. Does that answer your question about
And
all your
or
stuff?
go to
Okay.
court, and or go to court and try to get this overturned. Okay.
But can we have at least a few minutes to get some stuff out to take with us?
Right now, we've spent 30 minutes doing an explanation where we could have had you guys comply initially. We would have given you a lot of time or a decent amount of time. But right now, we have other evictions to do. There's other
It's a
houses.
sensitive situation.
So the eviction is done.
Wait, can we have at least 10 minutes where my mom can gather her medicine that keeps
Let's
her
start with getting
alive?
everybody outside. Let's start with getting everybody outside. Once we get everybody out, we have to clear the house to make sure there's no other people in there, and then we can address the property to make sure mom's gonna go with medicine and everything like that.
It should be priority that she goes with medicine.
She is gonna go. We're not gonna send anybody away without medicine, but we need to have everybody out, and only the person that needs to get medicine and the people that need that, then she will be able to come back.
Can we discuss the no camera situation? Because if she's gonna be here alone with y'all, can you guys get your cameras out at this point?
We don't have cameras now.
Okay, well then is she allowed to stay with her? I mean, can we keep the camera going? You guys don't have cameras?
You guys can
This is
record
California.
Us, you guys can record us
We
as much
haven't
as
asked
you
you to
want.
stop recording us at all because we're
Right.
doing our job, right?
Right, but I'm asking you to start recording because
Oh, no,
I
no,
thought
we-
everyone in California has.
we had-
Sorry.
What's the next step in the process? Like, what do we need to do?
Okay, so this is what the
gotta
reason
get-
he's asking you guys to step out is because
Pass me
we
that
have to,
backpack.
for our safety, check for people in here. That's only gonna take us a few seconds. Once we do that,
I guess I can use the bathroom.
Yeah. Go.
okay, so that's why he was saying everyone
Are
needs
you a
to come
daughter
out.
also?
I'm a granddaughter.
So that's why he's asking everybody to step out, okay? And we're trying to do this, we're trying to give you guys time. We're obviously not gonna throw you out in your socks. But at the same time, it's not time to be moving couches and boxes and
So
stuff.
if we
You kinda
step
follow?
outside, when we
That's just
have
for us
time
to check.
come back in to get some stuff? Like, when we step outside, what happens?
That, yes, that's, we're gonna be reasonable with you guys. And you guys be reasonable with us. And you guys saying that you're gonna be reasonable and leave goes a long way, right? You're not choosing to get out. It doesn't make sense for you guys to put a bunch of stuff out on the sidewalk or
I'm
something.
not putting it
because-
on the sidewalk, it's
No,
raining.
we're just letting you know.
Oh, straight to the car?
Yeah, it's
Oh, the only reason I tell people that is because they pile stuff outside
We're not having
and
any
it doesn't
people
do you any
come
good
in.
because
We're not
it's
having
gonna
any
get
people come
stolen,
in. Only people
right?
coming
And you
out.
guys have to leave.
Yes, nobody coming
Yeah,
in.
Josh, put this in your car.
Did that all make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not morally, but
I'm sorry, which one?
not morally.
Oh, morally, okay.
I guess over time you become desensitized.
I'm not desensitized.
No, our job is not fun. A lot of times it's not fun.
Cause like you're talking about timing and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we've lived here for 30 years.
Get a different job.
It's very emotional.
I understand, that's why I tried to explain everything to you guys, but also with understanding where you guys are coming from comes also there's things we can't do. You know,
Okay.
I think it was him that was telling me that all the, American pride,
As far as the
patriotism, all
discretion,
that.
this,
I understand all that,
the
but I have to
discretion
do what
is
the
like,
court
yes,
says.
exactly. We have no discretion, zero at this point, so that's why we are where we're at, okay? I think my
And
friend's
also,
giving a good
what I
enough
said,
time
what I said
explaining.
too, that we're only doing what the judge says. If the judge turns out to be wrong and you guys go see the judge and tomorrow he puts you guys back in here, cool. No one
So
had to
when
go
you
to jail
lock
to do
it
that.
and you all leave, who has access to the house?
No,
Like, who has the
we
keys?
turn over possession to the owner.
The agent, an
The agent, whoever is the agent.
Faye?
So tomorrow, someone else can come into the house?
They will have
So what is
possession of the
this?
house.
So whoever the agent is has possession of the house. We're telling them that they have to keep everything that's in here safe. In the time being, you have that opportunity to go to court to take care of business, and within that time frame of 15 days, also work out. If the courts don't put you back in there, then that's the time you make arrangements to get the rest of the stuff out.
So they have 15 days to like rummage through.
No, they're not allowed to do that at all.
No, it's not rummaging through. They have to keep it
But they have the
safe.
keys.
They'll change it. Yeah, they'll have possession of the house.
So we have 15 days to figure this.
Within those 15 days.
Either get
To either fix it with the court
or get trucks here to move everything out.
Depending on what the court say.
Why can't they come in? We need their help to get our stuff out afterwards.
We're not letting any more people come back in the house right now.
He
Because all
also
it does
lives
is,
here.
I understand, all it does is makes our job harder at this point, okay? We've already spent, you know, we've spent a lot of time explaining to you guys. No, but you understand.
It doesn't make sense. Like, that's why we need the time.
I understand, but you know, there are some people that don't even get a stay, and they are here with the original first posting. And there's been at least 2 stays associated to this, which is went back through earlier December, right? So this has been coming up, you know what I'm saying? So there, it is what it is, and when there's the date that says that people have to be moved out by, it says by 6:30 a.m. We always give people time. This is later in the day, obviously, than 6:30 a.m. People are supposed to be out by that time, and whatever fight they have or whatever stance they think they have to take it to the court because we can't change the court order. So we give people time by not showing up at someone's store at 6:30 in the morning, saying time to go, right? And there's been all these other days, but the stays where they know this is coming down the pipeline. This is not a surprise from yesterday, you know. And I don't know what happened with the service earlier. We don't have anything to do with that service. We only have to do with the posting here, saying that it's going to be the date. This is the date we're coming back, and you guys are supposed to be out by 6:30. That's all we have to deal with. AM.
Tomorrow?
No, it was today.
They're saying the extra time they already graced us with.
Oh. It would have been nice to know that we had that grace.
Here's the next question.
We're waiting for people to come out.
Yeah, who else is still in the house? 'Cause then
My
we'll-
grandma
Yeah,
is
grandma, and then
coming
we'll
out
just
of
have
the
everybody
restroom.
step out, and then once we do that, like my partner said, we'll just double check, make sure nobody else is in there, then we'll allow that time for grandma to get her medicines, okay?
So only my grandma will be able to come back inside.
I would have grandma and whomever else can help her out to get that, okay? But maybe you or one of the other, her daughters or somebody,
Yeah,
but we should make sure that
grandson.
she's helped with getting those things, okay?
We just want to get our essentials.
You know, carrying something heavy real quick.
Yeah, because the idea is cell phone charger, purse, right? But if you're expecting the court to overturn this, you don't need to move everything out then.
It's hard to, like, what can you expect? Everything has felt very crooked and.
Or you
people
guys are all
really small.
intending to go to court, right? That's gonna happen tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where the two, the courts and let them know what's going on.
Gotta do some work on that.
With the commissioner on speed dial. That's crazy.
I'm still gonna hit up all the other folks we just talked about too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm gonna make I'll make something under 5 minutes, all of this.
Yeah.
And we'll you can send it to John Joy tonight.
Just Melvin Willis, Facebook, me left out hair in the profile picture.
Yeah.
So just add me and send it to me on there, and I'll send it to him too.
That's good. Kevin!
Kevin's not out here.
Kevin's still inside.
It's crazy.
On the porch.
As soon as we get everybody out, I guess.
This is a city council member. Oh, you don't care? It's crazy. Goon squad. This the police you don't want to see at midnight. I'll be terrified. Fucking cameras off.
That actually could be recorded too. Well, at least they didn't get violent with you and stopped you from recording. That's one, thank God.
Right. I mean, to keep it real, that was kind of unwise. This shit's about to be on YouTube.
It's your right.
Right.
You have a right to record at the end of the day.
They violating this lady's rights, man. They better not let her step out in this rain, man. You call yourself enforcing law in America? Come on, man. I'm sorry. This is enough journalism. My job is done here. This is unethical, un-American, unpatriotic, illegal, a scam, and we got it on camera. I'm so glad I'm here. This shit gonna be in 3 documentaries. Damn. This is what racketeers do. Damn. This is an in the rain eviction. Damn. Need help? I can't even help you. It's all good. We filming.
Where's Joshua? You got my keys? Yeah. Everybody record?
Yep. This is a motion picture.
They won't let us grab our bird.
Your bird? That's a live animal. That's a live animal with a heartbeat. I knew they was murderers. Damn. I bet you they got birds. You can't grab the bird, call Peter. Contra Costa Sheriffs. Damn, that's his boss, the bird killer. The bird life is just as important as yours. It's a bird. Look, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a movie. The fucking police think that this is their job. Yeah, y'all can't go make sure the bird's okay. Call animal services.
But no, this is they don't.
Yeah, grab up before they want to take it out.
Hey, kid, is that my jacket? Yeah, there's 3.
Maybe not. Get a few more. Let's double check. Because they find your foot.
They're not even gonna change the locks, they just... Ma'am, can you tell me what happened today?
Yeah, the Racketeer Space Servicing lied and said that they foreclosed, and there was no foreclosure. They lied, and they have access to my house.
Wow.
The Racketeers, the crooks.
And how old are you?
I'm 80 years old.
80 years old, wow.
And I'm going to the judge right now. You guys can come down there because I want to see.
Okay. This is what racketeers do. Damn. This is an in the rain eviction. Okay.
Number I'm texting you isn't my mind, but I'm gonna give you my number.
Alright, it's all good. I'll just text it a link. I'll text the number a link. And then text me an email too.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, cool.
Doing that right now.
Yep. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll send you a link tonight. That way everyone you talk to about it can see.
There's about 2,000 people on my Facebook that added me randomly, so I'll put that on blast on my Facebook and have them share it.
Oh yeah, and we getting numbers right now on Instagram, so we can get Instagram numbers.
Everybody's Richmond too.
Right. Eviction specialist, would you care to pick up a box?
They said they got like 9 more people to do. That's how they feeling already. This is fast.
Damn, we should follow them around, see who next.
Yeah.
Shit, I bet you Face Services picking up the next keys in the dark blue van. I don't want to get too close. They're gonna say I'm harassing. We need to get them on camera as they get the keys handed to them. So this is the secret to gentrification, y'all. When they get your property and you didn't sell it to them. There's nothing wrong. Gentrification is really not as drastic as they seem. This is just a scam. And in moments of scamming like this,
yeah, trying to get her medicine.
No one's protected.
No, today knowledge, they don't care.
They don't care. They didn't care if it was a scam. Man, it's a goon squad, but I know a thug when I see one, bro. When I seen that guy,
they won't let
he
anybody
look like
else
he
be
one.
careful.
Feel me? I know a thug when I see him. This dude's a goon. Okay? This is the goon squad. They evicted in the rain.